In today's episode, I'm going to show you 10 effective time management tips to use now, part 2. Perspective plans with new videos and podcasts weekly. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/perspective plans for exclusive videos and more. Visit perspectiveplans.com for all of your planner and stationery needs. Only at Perspective Plans, helping you plan for what's to come. Hello everyone, I'm Christina V. Rising and welcome to the Perspective Plan Show, where I help you boost your productivity and stay organized so that you can easily handle whatever life throws at you. I upload new videos and podcasts every single week, so be sure to subscribe so that you won't miss anything. Shop for workbooks, printables, and stickers at perspectiveplans.com. And last but not least, this episode would not be possible without the support of our Perspective Plans patrons and channel members. Thank you. Now let's get into this episode. If you have tried bullet journaling, time blocking, or just plain old to-do lists but haven't found the right solution to manage your time, then it's time to try out the Hourly Planner Bundle. This is the ultimate planner with everything you need to manage your schedule and get things done today. Featuring 300 plus planner pages with and without sidebars, 100 plus event and holiday labels, and over 2,000 plus planner stickers in 14 unique colors. All this and more can be found in our Hourly Planner Bundle, available in 2 amazing color options at perspectiveplans.com, helping you plan for what's to come. Tip 1. Manage time with the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique and unscheduled calendar are my top management recommendations for time-poor businesses. In essence, this implies that I just set a timer for 25 minutes and begin working on a single assignment. I can get back on track and into my productive rhythm with the support of the time constraint and single-minded attention. I also extensively cover the Pomodoro technique in my previous episode, and I'll be sure to leave it down below for you to check out. Giving credit where credit is due is a very rewarding habit to form. Its rewards are immensible. Loretta Young. Tip 2. Try out the Eisenhower Matrix. A creator's job is incredibly heavy because of the never-ending stream of emails, calls, and tasks that need to be completed. Setting priorities is essential for maintaining attention. The more effectively you can set priorities, the more effective you'll be. Eisenhower's matrix of priority and urgency comes into play in this situation, making you pause before adding a job to your to-do list. Here is how. The most urgent jobs should be chosen. Do you think they are equally important? Delegate what is less important and postpone what is less urgent. Remove that item from your to-do list if it's none of the following. Habit is a great deadener. Samuel Bucket. Tip 3. Schedule time for tasks. Freely allot the time required to complete the bare minimum of the following step of the task. When I say realistic, I don't mean how long it would take. I mean how long it would actually take. Once you've chosen the choice, just get to work without giving it a second thought. Ironically, the biggest time waster I have is thinking about time management. I am not giving meaningful work or problem solving my whole concentration when I am fretting about how long something takes. I refer to a useful element that makes a significant contribution to your working goals as the minimum next step of completion. Due to my impatience, I frequently focus on the final product rather than the subsequent step. But this just leads to irritation, which again consumes energy that might be utilized to build something. What works for me is giving myself enough time to do a task while also allowing myself the luxury of not feeling hurried or guilty about the time it takes. To change a habit, make a conscious decision, then act out the new behavior. Maxwell Maltz. Tip 4. EOD Map Out. Plan the things you need to complete the following day and how long they will each take at the end of the day. After that, block off those chores on your calendar between the existing appointments you have. Mindset management is the key to effective time management. Your job and personal lives will become less stressful once you know that you are in charge of your clock and you can tell it what to do. Feeling sorry for yourself in your present condition is not only a waste of energy, but the worst habit you can possibly have. Dale Carnegie. Tip 5. Unclutter your mind. You're under pressure because you have a lot of unfinished business. List each one on a blank sheet of paper. Any that are not absolutely necessary can be crossed out. Be ruthless. As you go over your list, resolve to cross off one item every day until it is actually finished. Check this list frequently. Character is long-standing habit. Plutarch. Tip 6. Start simple. If you're stuck on a problem, my high school math instructor once advised me to start jotting down numbers. You'll be surprised at how frequently you find the answer as you write. This holds true for me in my aspects of life, not just math. I make myself do the smallest and easiest aspect of the assignment if I'm struggling. Don't know where to start to begin a task, feel apprehensive, or start to put anything off. I change my goals from finishing the entire project to completing the easiest, most manageable part. I write the first phrase and add the first line of code, or make the first row in the spreadsheet. And what always happens is that after you complete the first task, it spills over into the next, and of course the next. And like a snowball, hours later, you are rushing downhill at a rate of knots, forgetting even why it was so difficult to begin with. Habit, if not resisted, soon become necessity. St. Augustine. Tip 7. Build a 5 tasks before 11 list. Make a list of the 5 tasks you can promise to finish by 11 a.m. tomorrow. Does each task advance your priorities, purposes, and objectives? It ought to. You'll feel really serene and accomplished tomorrow after you complete your 5 before 11 tasks, knowing that you've accomplished something important to you. I never guess it is a shocking habit destructive to the logical faculty. Arthur Conan Doyle. Tip 8. Start earlier. Set an earlier alarm than everyone else. If you study the histories and memoirs of successful people, both male and female, you'll notice that practically all of them share the practice of going to bed at a decent hour and rising early. You may organize your day in advance and start certain duties that may be hanging over your head by rising before the rest of the world so that you don't have to deal with interruptions from others. The time at your disposal each day is elastic. The passions we feel dilated. Those that inspire us shrink it, and habit fills it. Marcel Proust. Tip 9. Start with your most important. Spend some time doing the proper things. Constance. Continuous pressure at work is not acceptable. It's not okay to feel stressed and overburdened. Do you wish you hadn't made a choice? Stop. You shouldn't just use results to determine your success. Things you don't have time to do can sometimes provide the best outcomes. Do the most crucial tasks first thing in the morning, since according to studies, individuals tend to make worse judgments later in the day after exercising willpower. When one begins to live by habit and by quotation, one has begun to stop living. James Baldwin. Tip 10. Leave room for unscheduled time. Include 2 to 4 hours of unscheduled time per week in your calendar. This time has been set apart for the sole purpose of thinking, learning, and of course exploring. This may appear illogical or just unreasonable to many busy people, but there are 2 ways that research supports the value of scheduling slack time. Your brain's bandwidth is maxed out when you are continually occupied and have no spare time, as in when every minute of every day is planned back to back. As a result, your cognitive abilities deteriorate. You become more prone to mistakes and are less perceptive. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos kept his Mondays and Thursdays fully unscheduled when he first started Amazon, so that he would always have time to reflect thoroughly about the company's goals. Making some unstructured time vital is a trait of great CEOs, because without it, they would always be responding to the issues people bring to their attention and never planning forward for the company's actual future. Make a habit of 2 things to help, or at least to do no harm. Hippocrates. And our bonus tip, if you've made it this far into the episode, here's a bonus tip for you. Pause to think. The most critical thing a busy person can do is to take a moment to reflect. Consider your day, or at least 5 minutes in the morning. What are you most eager to get done today? Do you have that priority listed on your calendar? When your phone rings an hourly timer, reflect about the following. Doing what I should be doing most, or is this exactly how I want to be acting? At the conclusion of the day, take 5 minutes to reflect and ask yourself, what did I discover? Is there anyone I should mention or thank? Do I want to change anything for tomorrow? We frequently assume that time management will always make us more productive. However, some of the most competent individuals I know struggle with time management. The secret is to focus on what's most essential while being efficient and ignoring everything else. Rigid, the skeleton of habit alone upholds the human frame. Virginia Woolf. Share this awesome episode with someone you know who needs it to help them plan for what's to come. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I hate for you to miss the next episode. Now let's get into our recap. So let's do a quick recap just in case you missed a tip. Tip 1, manage time with the Pomodoro technique. Tip 2, try out the Eisenhower matrix. Tip 3, schedule time for tasks. Tip 4, end of day map out. Tip 5, unclutter your mind. Tip 6, start simple. Tip 7, build a 5 task before 11 list. Tip 8, start earlier. Tip 9, start with your most important. Tip 10, leave room for unscheduled time. And our bonus tip, pause to think. As long as habit and routine dictate the pattern of living, new dimensions will not emerge. Henry Van Dyke. I just want to take a moment to thank our patrons and channel members. This episode would not be possible without your support. Thank you. And if you would like to support the show, visit patreon.com/perspectiveplans today. Thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. I truly appreciate it. Let me know down below in the comments or your podcast review what tip you'll be using. Keep planning for what's to come, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.